Hey family, let's take a look at what your dreams are trying to tell you, any angel numbers, the meaning of why you may be seeing them, and also any synchronicity that may be surrounding you. So we lead with dream interpretation, but some of you may not be sleeping, so we'll lead with any angel numbers, synchronicities where that does not apply, okay? So I'm going to hold it up right now. Pile number 1 is the plain donut with powdered sugar. Pile number 2 is the yellow Fruity Pebbles donut. Pile number 3 is the chocolate Star Crunch cosmic donut. And then pile number 4 is the pink flower donut. I'll give you a moment to make your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile number 1, let's take a look at what your dreams are trying to tell you. Any angel numbers or synchronicity you may also be experiencing. So let's take a look at this plain donut with powdered sugar. Give me an overview, please, for dream interpretation or symbolism interpretation. You know, it's a message to come out of your shell, right? Right now, and I do read in polarities. I forgot to mention the intro, but I do. So there's a group of you here where you're too restricted. You're holding yourself back. You're afraid to explore, and you're being called to step out of that so that you can gain more experience, find your calling, right? Like there's so much that you're kind of leaving on the table because you're not willing to explore it. Now, there's that group of you, you're here, there, everywhere. You're a little too expansive in a way where you need to kind of quiet your mind a little bit and kind of hone in on something specific, right? So like if you have a lot of hobbies, if you have a lot of interests, if you've had multiple career paths, this is a time right now for you to kind of pick something, pick a path, pick a journey, and commit to it for the long term. Okay, that's where we are right now, and you'll know where you fall because it's specific to your nature and your personality. Okay, so let me put this here. The bottom I have B, exactly. Discover who you are, right? If you don't explore, you'll never figure out who you actually are, right? And if you're constantly exploring, you'll never stabilize into being. So wherever you fall, that's the same message again, just opposite polarities, right? So let me get your tarot. You know, at the bottom of your reset, you've got the power, which is strength, and it talks about the patience and the resilience to persevere through something, whether it is something that you need to stabilize in, or if it's just being patient enough with yourself to discover who you are as you explore, okay? So tell me more about what the dreams are telling. My pile number 1, look at you. Balance, and this is the Justice card. It talks about balance, whether you're finding the balance of not holding yourself back and exploring a little more, or if you're just all over the place and needing to ground into something. It's all about that balance. It's all about your one-on-one relationships with others, right? With situations, with paths, right? We talk about the journey, picking a path, your relationship with your path. Talks about fairness and diplomacy as it is ruled by the sign of Libra. So what I'm seeing here is not only are you dreaming, right? And those of you that aren't, it doesn't matter because the angel numbers, synchronicities, literal guardian angels, right? Your support team, your spirit guides, stepping onto the table to reassure you like, hey, we're here to help you discover what it is you should be doing, who it is you're supposed to be, where it is you're supposed to go, right? Like it feels like they're trying to help streamline you where you can't quite do it yourself. And they're trying to get you, like they're trying to lead you to certain places, spaces, and situations where you're a little afraid to do that, okay? So tell me more about my plain donut. I know I'm reading the polarity because it does exist, but I think by this, I'm realizing this is my plain donut. I make the joke that some of you yell at me because I always have the donuts that are really busy, and some of you don't eat like that. So if that's you, then you already know that you're that really restrictive side of this group, which is the loudest. Okay, so let me see. Give me more about this plain donut, please. What are dreams telling them? Angel numbers, synchronicity. Only you're taking too long, okay? If you're on that restrictive side, you're taking too long to get going, okay? Yeah. Am I holding this in reverse? I am. I do it from time to time, and I still catch myself off guard when I do it. I don't even remember doing that. You're holding yourself back. Yeah, I got birds chirping right outside the window. So Eight of Wands does talk about, so I'll just let you see upright, right? It says accelerated motion. In reverse, it's clearly the opposite, or a blockage towards the accelerated motion. The dominant side, you are holding yourself back. The end, okay? And the other side is you're holding yourself back too. And I think on that other end where you're really busy and hyperactive in various areas, you don't realize you're holding yourself back because it seems like you're exploring. You're not exploring. You're keeping busy in a way where you lack focus. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you're in here with this group that's holding themselves back, because you are too. It's just a different manifestation of how you're doing that. Okay, so we're gonna ground, we're gonna symbol, we're gonna symbol, right? You're seeing lots and lots of symbols. We're gonna ground, we're gonna stabilize, and we're gonna pick something, right? Justice talks about legal systems. It is ruled by that 7th house with Libra. So when we talk about paperwork, documentation, long-term plans, commitments, these are the areas of your life you're being called to prioritize and to focus on, okay? But you're definitely holding yourself back right now in terms of that balance. And once you master that, or at least just start the journey of mastering that, ooh, you're gonna see so much success in whatever your goals are, just because you'll have picked a path and you'll have committed to it, right? Tell me more about my plain donut. But don't be afraid of trying stuff, okay? Tell me my plain. Yeah, look at that, the world. Okay, we've got the universe. So the universe talks about closing a cycle, right? It's the world. It's when we kind of complete this one lesson and step on to a new one. Some of you are stalling your neck. Like I say, some of you, all of you here are you're stalling your next era of life because you're refusing to either explore and try new things or pick a path. So even those of you that are super busy, I want to remind you, you're copping out in a way of like, instead of committing to something, you're like, no, I have all these different things I'm doing. I have so much going on, but that's the cop out, right? So by having so many things going on, you don't have to choose, you don't have to pick, you don't have to commit, you don't have to stabilize. That's the message, right? So let this cycle close. It's literally like you're just sitting there. It's kind of like you're just refusing to move on. And it's not as aggressive as I'm making it sound. So really busy. Look at this. Some of you, I mean, you're being called to get to work for sure. Okay, whether it's picking the one path or it's being brave enough to venture out and explore things to eventually find that path. Because right now, some of you don't know where you should be or what you should be doing because you haven't done anything. You haven't gone anywhere to do anything, if that makes sense. Like you're moving on, right? That's what you need to be doing. So let me see. Let me straighten this out. Okay. Look at that. There you go. Stop holding yourself back. Step onto your path. Move forward past this closed cycle that you seem to be stagnant, just sitting in, okay? So let me pull more. I've even got a couple of other decks just in case I need them. I'm ready for anything. Like the people outside, apparently. We have some construction going on. Let's see. Tell me. A pile. Yeah, I mean, you know, Aquarius is the sign of innovation. It does talk about where we find our place, our space. I say that a lot on the channel, but this is a pile of truly needing to do that, right? Instead of belonging everywhere, belonging somewhere. Instead of belonging nowhere, belonging here. That's what you're being called to prioritize right now. You're also being called to look ahead. I mentioned innovation, the future, like Aquarius energy rules the future. So you need to be thinking about where you want to be eventually. And if you don't know, that's okay. But what steps will put me in a position to eventually know where I want to be eventually, right? Because that's where you are with this. So let me see what's at the bottom. Neptune, your dreams, right? Your goals, your aspirations. Looking ahead into the unknown and just taking it on a chin. Like I mean, it just is what it is. You're not going to know everything. But like the symbols and the angel numbers, if you're not sleeping, if you are sleeping, that's basically the message is a knock, a literal knock on the door, right? That you need to proceed despite not knowing. Despite not knowing. So let me get more. I feel like a lot of you here are concerned about making mistakes, about things being perfect, because I am nitpicky, but I feel like today I'm exceptionally so. I can feel myself in this pile being frustrated when things aren't going my way in this pile specifically. In a way, I'm not saying I don't have those characteristics, but just it's louder today. It's louder in this group, okay? So if you're like that, that's holding you back is the lack of ability to adapt, to roll past that, okay? So what are your dreams trying to tell you, my plain donut? Let's see. Delays. You need to close the cycle. You need to go out and do the things you need to be doing. Because, I mean, wow, it's taking a while to get this. I'm probably going to cut. Let's get one. Pile number one. A plain donut. This one. Yeah, have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon. I'm gonna read that a different way, right? Yes, it is just the beginning of your journey, right? This we know. But the interesting and bizarre thing about the message that came through with is your journey, your path, the things you're meant to be doing, the places you need to be doing, what places you need to be, the people you need to be connecting with, they're already in their next cycle and you haven't gotten there yet. So it's almost like you get to a party, like maybe an hour after it started. You can tell it's been in progress. You're happy you're there. You're enjoying yourself, but you kind of miss the beginning stages of it because like you've either been scattered to where you didn't realize that you were supposed to be prioritizing whatever that is, or you've been hiding and refusing to go out and participate. Does that make sense? Like that's what this message is telling me regarding you and why you keep seeing repeating symbols, why you keep seeing repeating angel numbers, right? Why you may having recurring dreams or interesting dreams. Hold your vision, have faith in your dreams. Hold your vision, have faith in your dreams, okay? Talks about commitment. I did not angle this right today, y'all. Just work with me a little bit. It's gonna be fine. Proceeding even though you're not ready, okay? I need to move this. Yeah, you know, Power One, you got me a little messed up. I'm not gonna lie. Not being prepared, not ready, right? You may be being notified via your dreams that you are not prepared, you are not ready. Because how did I mess this up this bad? What was I doing when I set this up? What was I doing? I don't know. But you can always adjust as you go, like I'm doing now. You can always adjust as you go. So where are we going with this? Just start somewhere. I'm gonna get Melanin Pop because I need more, and then I'll even pull you a love message since I have that deck and close you out with some advice. So what else does my pile number one need to know about their dreams? The energy is very awkward. Okay, like I feel like lately, the last week or so I've been filming these, pile one has been a really awkward energy. So if that's you, that's okay. But I do notice you got walk away and a silver fox. Some of you may literally need to walk away from a more mature masculine. That's a very direct, clear message. If there's a mature masculine in your life that a cycle has closed with, whether you realize it or whether it's just disarray, time to walk away. Okay. This also talks about walking away with wisdom and maturity, closing that cycle with all of the lessons learned, all of the knowledge gained, all the skills acquired, and being really ready to step into this next stage of maturity. So your dreams are telling you you're ready. You're ready. You're ready. Okay. You've learned all you needed to learn in this old cycle. You have to step into the new one. The end. Okay. Why am I holding that in reverse? Magic, practice, power, spell work, beliefs, and rituals. In reverse, it is voodoo, it's curses, bad intentions, and hexes. Stay away from that more mature masculine that has very negative intentions towards you. There's a more mature masculine that has that. So, I mean, it just is what it is. Bad intentions towards you. Whoever that is, the intentions aren't good. They aren't pure. So leave that person alone. Leave that person alone. And look at that. Everything fit exactly as it needed to, because voodoo was intended to be reversed. Had to. Because I can see everything that the reversal means. The part that's cutting off is the light, making sure we know there is no lighter side of this message. Because even if we're talking about walking away with maturity, it means that you're in a situation that's stale, you're not growing, you're not evolving, you're stagnating. So you need to walk away because you've already gained everything you're going to gain where you are. Whether we're talking about a situation, whether we're talking about a relationship, you're stuck, you're stale, it's not good. Eight of Wands reverse is not good. Okay. It's like rotting, right? Because if you're not growing, then what are you doing? You're deteriorating, right? That's what it feels like. So heed what I just said. I'll get you a love message really quick, and then I'll close you out with that advice like I said I would. But pile one is definitely my pile with those nerves. Butterfly. Yeah, I said nerves. It's a cause of manage your anxiety if you have issues with that. Like if you get really stressed out, if you get sweaty, if you know you're what I like to call a little bit of a nervous Nancy, if you just got bad nerves, like my people say, you know, let's manage that a little bit. Nothing wrong with that, especially if you just, you know, get you some treatment. Some people need support. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But if you're having interesting dreams, some of you, it's because someone gives you butterflies and you're being told to act on it, right? It says enjoy the overwhelming excitement and bliss of new or old love. And those butterflies are actually not just romantic in nature. They're a call to step into this new cycle. So if anyone new has piqued your interest in the last several weeks, honestly, this pile is so stale. I'm going to say within the last like year, that was a call to step into this new cycle, this new era, right? Especially if you find yourself attracted to someone you're not used to being attracted to, because voodoo in reverse could be a closed-minded energy, right? Because it is a closed practice, but it also is a non-traditional religion. So like, if you weren't born or raised into something like that, it wouldn't be something you would be open to, just because restricted energy, right? But definitely follow the butterflies. If you're seeing butterflies, you're in the right place, right space. This is your confirmation that this is your message. At the bottom, we talk about children. Some of you are dreaming of chasing butterflies in the field, or of children doing that. If you're having dreams that specific, you're definitely in your right place, right space. The butterflies that desire you feel, some of you are being called to step into this new cycle so that you can have children, so that you can start a family of some form. And you're holding yourself back from getting to the place where you can start your family or expand your family. That's what that's all about. If you're feeling that nudge to have children, that's your confirmation. If you're in that place, that space, in that era of life. But you're also being called to approach life with the excitement of a child. Not those of you that's here, there, everywhere, the restricted side. See life as an adventure. Allow the butterflies and the curiosity to lead you to new things, new spaces, new relationships, okay? Because that's where we have this, okay? So let me get your advice. I'm gonna close you out. I already told you the same thing. It was a very repetitive pile, but I find that I think those of you selecting this really do have bad nerves, which makes sense because the ones here, there, everywhere, you're anxious, so you all over the place, nothing holds your attention, right? And like the other side is so anxious that you don't go out because you're so scared of being outside, of doing things, of connecting with people. Like you're all anxious in different ways. And like when you're anxious like that, you have bad memory and you don't pay attention. So that's not necessarily your fault, right? But I find that people like that need to be told things multiple times. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't mind repeating myself. So I got one. Give me my final piece of advice from my plain donut regarding, okay, 3. Wait, okay. It's not time yet. Things are being woven. Don't feel like I'm contradicting myself, okay? I'm not saying to be stagnant. It's just that don't move from the anxiety that we talked about just now. Like, don't move from that anxiety. Ground and stabilize, but when the path is clear, when the opportunity is there, you have to take it, right? Things are being woven, so not quite this second, right? Like, yeah, you're delaying, but you've been delaying, possibly for a year, 2, 3. What's another day to several weeks gonna, like, what's that gonna do, right? It just is what it is. Let the path become clear to you so that you can act, okay? I've got Star Brothers, okay? Protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. When you move, do so with confidence, knowing that you are protected. I see a masculine spirit guide, angel, ancestor on the table. Could be a mature masculine, right? Because everything on the table has multiple meanings. Some of you have a more mature masculine on the table protecting you. Could be an older brother, okay? Yeah, could definitely be an older brother. Or brother-like figure. Okay, I've got activated earth. Okay, some of you real specific, that older brother-like ancestor person on the other side, especially if they were a person in this life, or if you just know your spirit guides like that, or if you have an intermediary like Angel, Orisha, Loa, whatever that you work with, you will get a very clear sign from them, whether it is literally them stepping into a dream, whether it's something symbolic that's very specific to them that only they would know, that you associate with them, okay? And then you go move, okay? Because I got activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led, especially if you get this revelation after going to some place symbolic to your family, ancestry, heritage, or religion, okay? When you have that awakening, when you have that clarity, that is when you move, all right? I'm sorry. defenseless, righting past wrongs, uprooting. If you have someone that crossed over to the other side, especially like I'm describing, and they did so without you being able to clear things up with them, or if it was just you were on bad terms, it happens all the time. It's very unfortunate. This person on the other side wants you to know that they are sorry and that they're still with you, supporting you. Okay, so we're talking about anyone, a masculine. Doesn't have to even be the mature figure, because I actually see two. I see a mature masculine, but I also see a younger one that you would associate like brother, so closer in age with you, that is apologizing via the energy you're experiencing. Okay, especially if it was recent. Okay, no, especially if it's been a long time and you've never gotten closure, because this is a power that dwells, if you've been holding on to it for years. Some of you, that's why you haven't stabilized. You're all over the place as a distraction. Okay, I'm telling you now, you're getting the apology, you're getting the support, you're being looked after. Okay, all right, so that's all I have. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. All right, pile number 2, my yellow fruity pebbles donut. Let's see what your dreams are trying to tell you, and if you're not sleeping, or if you're seeing all of this, right? We're going to explore the angel numbers, synchronicity. We're going to interpret all of that, all right? And so you've already got energy channeling through immediately. There is, could be one, could be the other, could also be both. We're going to take that in a second. There is a divine masculine, divine feminine, I apologize, presence on the table. So that confirms for some of you it is going to be external. It is going to be possibly love-based, but that's just one layer. So I'm getting a strong divine feminine spirit guide or intermediary. Could even be an ancestor that's like loud, screaming for your attention. She's got messages for you, okay? Some of you it is regarding a divine masculine. Others, she's just here making sure you have support. So what is this? You got a waxing gibbous. Oh, she said pay attention. She's talking to you. Look at you. I love it. So in your dreams, the dreams you're having is because like there's a divine feminine, and some of you it is even internal, right? Your divine feminine side is calling you. But you need to focus. You're missing something. I don't know what it is, but it's something in your face that's screaming at you and you are not seeing it. All of you have similar issues, but that's all right. You're in your right place, right space. We have release in reverse. You're not focused on the right things, okay? You're not focused on the areas of life where you need to be releasing. There's cycles that need to close, right? And you haven't caught on yet. So let me see what we're gonna do about that. See, look at her. Divine feminine, that fertility, things you need to be creating. Okay, tell me more about my pile number 2. What are my pile 2's dreams trying to tell them? Yeah, you know, divine feminine energy is that receptive energy. Sacral chakra is where we create. It's all of our reproductive organs, like when we talk about the physical body. So you need to be paying attention there if that's something that you have not been. Some of you have energy that you need energy healing, right? If you listen to sound bowls, if you do Reiki healing, if you're getting any energetic treatments like that are spiritual or just energetic in nature, you need to be focusing on the blockages, because release and reverse is a blockage in your sacral chakra. Clear that up. If you don't clear blockages in your sacral chakra, you're not able to enjoy sensual energy. Like, that's the first literal interpretation. You're not able to, like, you struggle possibly with finances. You're not able to just, everything you do is from survival because you don't enjoy anything. So you eat to eat because you eat to live, not to enjoy the food. You, look at me greedy, leading with food, right? But like, you don't get to enjoy nothing. Oh no, I don't want that for you. Please work on your sacral chakra, and so you can really just enjoy everything. You can be comfortable, you can be stable, you can be receptive to all the pleasures of life. Let me see. Yeah. Some of you need that stability. We have foundations and achievements. The Four Wands talks about a new home, right? It's usually a married couple going into their new home. So some of you are being guided to find a new home. Some of you are being led directly to a new home, one that will be fulfilling. I heard the word enrich, like enrichment. Like it'll be like you'll associate this home with them being enriched. Okay. I like that. Feels good. Sounds good. Sounds great. So what else? And how does my pal 2 get here? It's my pal 2's dreams. Trying to tell them the angel numbers, synchronicity. Please. There we go. Spiritual strength. You've done all you can do. Okay? Don't overreact to me saying that, okay? I'm creating space on the table. Why? Because you need to be creating space. You've done all you can do. At this point, you just need to make the space for what it is you need, whatever it is you're seeking. And that's why you have this divine feminine energy screaming at you. It's literally all the above. Some of you have a spirit guide and or intermediary screaming at you, if that aligns with your religion. But your inner self, your receptive side is like, I can't constantly do, I have to take as well. I need to be given as well. So that's what it is. It's your subconscious mind screaming at you for overextending, whether we're talking about your physical body, whether we're talking about resources, whether we're just talking about energy and stress overall. This is that pause after doing all you can do so that you can experience the results, the harvest of all of that effort. You're doing all this effort and you're not allowing yourself to enjoy it. I mentioned eating to live. So like you work hard and you don't even make sure that your meals are meals that you that will nourish you as well as fulfill you on a soul level, right? You're doing all of this hustle, bustle, grinding, and you're not even allowing yourself to take a vacation. You see what I'm saying? Like that's, you're in trouble. We have stability, firm foundation. You may be seeing repeating 4s. That may be one of the numbers you're seeing. You may be seeing repeating 1s and 3s. I didn't realize that release is 31 and waxing gibbous is 13. Okay, so those are key numbers you may be seeing, okay? Or you may be seeing them soon to let you know that you're stepping into alignment with what you're supposed to be doing, okay? Stability, foundation. You're being called to stabilize into a foundation for you as an individual. You're being called to be feeling safe and stable. I mentioned the sacral chakra when it's out of alignment, when there are blockages there, you're in survival mode. The opposite of survival mode is foundation. Literally the stability, the security of knowing everything is fine. And you're being encouraged to take a pause so that you can focus and see where you're stable, where you're not, because you're overactive, right? You're overactive to the point where you're not able to get in. If you pause, assess, and focus, you'll see where you actually need to be applying effort and only place it there so that you can receive where you've done all you can do. Because that's the issue here, is you've done all you can do somewhere, somehow. Okay, give me more for my yellow fruity pebbles and donuts. All right. Pluto is transformed. It does talk about our inheritances. So, and I know Pluto specifically does not, but it rules the sign of Scorpio, which rules the 8th house of where we inherit things, right? So some of you are being called to heal those inherited wounds, those inherited blockages, right? Because it rules death, transformation, and destruction of what is in the way, right? Like, if you've been in chaos, if you feel like you can't win for losing, right? Like that, this feels like a pile that may be experiencing that. It's because you're applying too much pressure where you don't need to be. It's forcing energy. You're forcing energy. And it's kind of like, I'm glad you're not seeing results, because the habits that you have aren't healthy. Like, you have at least one spirit guide on the table. It's like, no, you're not going to see results. We're going to block your results because we don't like the way you're going about it. We don't want you to feel like you need to overwork, overexert yourself to see results. So when you do that, the opposite happens. Like, you're overworking. So they're like, we're going to make it hard. We're going to make it seem like overworking doesn't work, because it doesn't, so that they stop doing that. And I don't know if some of you notice, when you rest, when you prioritize rest, when you start prioritizing joy and pleasure, things start going a little more in your favor. That's what they're trying to teach you, because some of you struggle with that. Okay. Pluto rules the dead. Definitely an ancestor on the table. Okay. Opposition, imbalance, a point of tension, and power struggle. They want you to know the struggles you're experiencing, that's them. The end. The struggles you're experiencing, I'll move. Yeah, that's them, because mutable signs end seasons. They want you to know that they're trying to get you to close that cycle of that not healthy patterns that you have, like your relationship with yourself, the denial of pleasure for yourself. They're going to make, like, you're not going to see results. You're not going to see success as long as you're operating from that, because it's a cycle that needs to be closed. It feels like a generational curse you were meant to come here and break. And if you're not going to do it, things are going to be hard. Like, this is a pile of things are going to be hard for you. The more you try to do things, I don't want to say the right way, because people always say you work hard, you'll see results, things will go your way. You're not supposed to. You are supposed to come here and outgrow that, right? Like, yes, you want to work. Yes, you want to be dedicated to certain things, but it feels like you're not operating from efficiency. So you're working more, but you're not working smarter. Like, you're supposed to find more cunning ways to inherit stuff, to get stuff, right? Because Pluto, like when I mentioned inheritances, it rules investments and things like that. It feels like a group that's supposed to learn how to allow past efforts to grow for you. You're supposed to be like, you are never going to be successful with the job that requires you to work like beyond like a bunch of overtime. Like, you're not going to be successful doing that, because that's not your path. Okay. And that's why it seems like, even though you're doing everything right, you're not shying away from work. It's just you're not getting the results because that's not your path of learning to work hard. There are people here that need to learn how to work hard. Your issue is that you need to learn how to prioritize pleasure and clear that blockage in your sacral chakra. Okay? Because that's your issue. That's your problem. So let me get more. My yellow fruity pebble donut. Of course that's so sad. My most festive donut today. Look at you. You need to learn how to be more festive. Tell me more about my file number 2. What are the dreams telling them? Angel numbers, all that stuff. Hold your vision. Oh, but hold your vision though. Like, it's not saying, okay, your goals are real, they're valid, and you are supported. It's your approach that's wrong. That overexerting of the energy is wrong, okay? If you have dreams, if you have ambitions, right? If you have things that you want to achieve and you're just trying to you're trying to hustle your way to it in an excessive way, that's the issue. The excessive way is the issue. But hold your vision, okay? We have that 9 of Wands, that firm foundation. And we have it heading to achievements, but you got to clear that sacral chakra blockage. I don't care what your religion says that it is. Google it if you don't know what I'm talking about, and figure it out and apply it to whatever you believe in and allow yourself to believe in, because you're not getting past that. Okay. And then don't let pride get in your way with the full moon in Leo. I really messed up today, y'all. I don't know what I got going on. I wasn't ready for this reading, but I was like, I need to get some of these done. And here we are. Here we go. All right. But hold your vision. Don't let pride get in your way when it comes to recognizing where you're not applying your effort in the right way. Like some of you aren't willing to adjust your approach, and that's part of the issue, is being so fixed. I have 3 fixed signs here, right? Being fixed, right? Being so set on your path, being so set on what you feel is right or wrong, being so set on what you think will bring you success, that what actually will bring you as an individual success is totally opposite of that, right? This full moon in Leo happens during Aquarius season, okay? I'm gonna pull from Melanin Pop next. Tell me more about what's going on here. What are the dreams, angel numbers, and synchronicity telling my yellow fruity pebbles donut? That's going to be a clear opposition. I want one more and I'll take the bottom. Give me one more message for Pal 2. Okay, mature energy. Right in your face. This will clarify the right in your face, and we're going to bonus message. I don't know what's going on with the table, y'all. We're just gonna take the bottom in a second. So what did I say? In your face, clarifying your face. This is a little lanyap. This is your opposition. Look at you, especially those of you, the divine feminine energy. Look at you. You're too busy trying to be powerful, trying to be everything and everybody. Strength, achievements, success, and leadership. That's your opposition. I'm going to leave her right there. I mentioned divine feminine energy. You could be identifying with that energy, but so busy trying to be active in your receptive principle. And that's not gender specific. It's go, move, and never receiving. That's you. Where we're gonna go next. This is a mature, that I remember that's our lanyap. Let me see what this is. This is right in your face. Ooh, that is not working. All the red flags in your face. That this isn't working. Okay? It's not working. I'm not making fun of you. I promise I'm not. I've been there before. We have gifts. Material, spiritual gifts, magic, presence, and love. Talk about lanyap. You have gifts that you're not using. Okay, we have money maker, hustler, unique job, sex worker. Some of you are being called to take a different route on career path. We have groupie energy, shallow fan, obsession, stalking, lust. That path that you wanted or want is phony in nature. It's not true to you. That's the opposition. It's not true to you. So I like that we got gifts and a little lanyap here. We're going to see what this is. You are a teacher. You should be teaching and sharing gifts. So you're a teacher of some form, okay? Whether you're teaching others directly or if you're just sharing knowledge in some way, that could be via skills and talents and gifts that you have, right? You don't necessarily have to be a teacher in terms of communication. You may be a teacher in terms of creating processes that people eventually follow, right? You may have something you built that you I think I mentioned like in inventing things. Like, okay, a good example, okay, I mentioned, I think, food earlier. Cooks, chefs, bakers, right? You should be sharing that, whether you're teaching people how to do it or just doing it and people get to experience it. That's kind of what it is. But I like to see teacher because teacher is there's something very clear, very specific that you should be prioritizing on your journey, that you should be doing. And it's going to benefit you as well as someone somewhere. Okay. Now, what's this line? Yeah, energy. We got create with me. Okay, yeah, exactly. So creation, conception, teamwork, and new beginnings. You're a creator. Okay. So what's at the bottom? And prioritize rest. When we talk about the beach, I mentioned your subconscious mind, your receptive side reaching out to you. When we talk about healing and cleansing, make sure you work on that sacral chakra. I'm serious. It's a big deal. Some of you, pink is a thing. Maybe you're going to Power 4. I have no idea what's there because we're not there yet, right? But pink may be a relevant color, but relaxing with a partner on the beach, you need to be prioritizing that. If you've had a dream specific to you relaxing with a partner, romantic on the beach, you're in your right place, right space. Let me get this left deck while we reach that topic really quick. Yeah, but definitely don't be chasing situations, relationships, and career paths that aren't for you, okay? Third party, you may be chasing someone that is already committed to someone else, or someone that's not committed to anyone, right? With third party, it says there's something or someone affecting your relationship. It's time to address it. We do have groupie on the table. Some of you are chasing someone that's not available, okay? And we got slow down. Just because we want something so bad doesn't mean we have to rush into it. Take a moment to talk with your partner or self to reflect on what is best, and that's all areas of life. So third party is a blockage. So what you're chasing is blocking where you should be. Whether we're talking about love and a person you're interested in that's stopping you from getting to your actual person, whether we're talking about you chasing a specific career goal that's blocking you from what you're actually supposed to be doing in this life, you need to slow down and you'll see what's actually in your way. Okay? So let me get your advice and close you out. My pile number 2 with advice. My advice for my pile number 2, please. All right. You know, that divine feminine energy is here. Some of you, I got this somewhere else. That creation could be a call to, some of you have children that want to be created, right? We have the Hawthorns, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. Some of you, that divine feminine energy on the table is in fact a maternal figure that you knew in this life, or any intermediary spirit guide you associated with that energy. Mother's milk feels like nourishing yourself physically as well as your spirit, your soul, prioritizing your joy and your pleasure. People with the blockage here don't know how to do that. Literally don't know how to do that, okay? But birth as a portal is also a thing. You're being called to go and be who you need to be, so that, especially when we talk about feminines, you can actually eventually give birth if that's a part of your journey. Someone specific needed that. And then at the bottom, I got the void, stop, embrace winter, the great cosmic womb. There's a wound that needs to be healed on this pile, but there's definitely a maternal energy on this pile, whether you're being called there or that's very loud guide here for you, okay? So that is all I have for you today, my pile number 2. Thank you for supporting the channel. All right, pile number 3, my chocolate star crunch cosmic donut. Let's take a look at what your dreams are trying to tell you. Angel numbers, synchronicity that you're experiencing. Let's just have a go at interpreting that, all right? So let me see here. Some of you are like, well, what if I'm not sleeping? Well, let's see why. Courage. Okay, so courage does talk about having the confidence to just do what needs to be done, being who you need to be. Some of you are lacking in that area just in general, right? Because it's a call to step into just being a little more courageous, a little more outgoing. So why is that here? Direct, clear guidance. Yeah, direct, clear guidance is a deal. Some of you closed a cycle recently, a 10-year cycle from 14 to 24, whether that's a cycle that started when you were 14 years old, that's ending as you close your 24th year, or if it's just 10 years, right, where we talk about 2014 to 2024, like something closed in 2024, okay? It's a big deal. And your attention is being called there, right? You're being guided to be courageous in some way, though. That's explicit. So let me figure out what that is. My chocolate star crunch cosmic donut. Why is this one screaming at us? Yeah. All right. Be brave. The end. I could stop pulling cards right now. You're definitely seeing repeating fours. 24, 14, 4. I mean, you just need to step into your divine masculine energy straight up, which is interesting considering a message I had in another pile. But I mean, the Emperor says to go. The Emperor says to move. It's ruled by Aries, god of war. And so there's something you need to be conquering. There's something you're being supported in going after wholeheartedly. Like if you came here with a specific question in mind, you're like, I'm having strange dreams. Yeah, I'm seeing angel numbers, but I have this thing in mind. This is a thing that I'm going forward with. And it's something that you would need to be very active on. Go. Like guidance to be courageous and to do it. Oh, okay. 2. Yeah, definitely don't let your mind talk you out of doing things. You're seeing repeating 2s and 4s, but don't let your mind be your biggest enemy. You need to be acting, especially from instinct. If you have a tendency to overthink, stop that right now, immediately. Okay. Yeah. Mental conflict regarding some sort of truth. Accept that truth. Whatever that truth is, accept it as it is, because I'm going to take these. Yeah, definitely seeing repeating 2s. If you're conflicted about some sort of truth, accept it for what it is. It's the truth. Don't tell yourself your mind's playing tricks on you. Your mind is not playing tricks on you. Like the truth is the truth the way it is. Okay. So act accordingly now that you know whatever that truth is. Okay. Judgment is do or die. It's literally depicted as Judgment Day. The horns blowing. So when you overthink, act from instinct, not emotion, not your random thoughts that plague you. Okay, let me get one more because these came in support of one another. All right, let me see. All this major arcana energy. Look at you. The Fool talks about taking that truth and not being conflicted by it, letting it lead you into a new beginning of celebration. The new beginning that you have to step on after accepting whatever that truth is. Feels like a pile of where everyone's talking about the difference between finding out and realizing. You're reaching that realizing stage. That's all right though. Like you found out something, finding out something, and the realizing, I guess, is traumatizing, but that's all right. I don't know, but that's what it feels like. Okay, look at that hope. The Star, all this major arcana. Lovely, lovely energy. We're just gonna let this mess be a mess because it's gonna close out in the best way. Okay. Yeah, you got 4 out of 6 cards that's major arcana. Everything is fine. You're divinely supported. Your guidance is telling you to be courageous in your authority, in your boundaries, as you need to move beyond whatever truth. And the truth doesn't necessarily have to be painful. That's just the shadow, because you can be both the shadow and light here. The lighter side is being conflicted and believing some truth for the best, right? Not having the confidence, not believing in yourself, not being brave enough to understand like, hey, I think I can do something here. I can do something big. I can do something great, whatever it is, right? I think I can be successful doing this, but I'm not sure. That's what it's saying. It's kind of like that imposter syndrome. I'm getting a lot of imposter syndrome that the spirit team is saying, stop that. Okay. So let me get more, but you have to be active. You have to move. It's not going to just like fall into your lap. You have to move with it, right? Because the shadow of stagnation here comes from the mental conflict where you dwell, where you ruminate, versus acting on what it is you want to do. You're like, the timing's not right. Oh, I don't know if I should. Maybe I should do it this way. So you're so busy planning, you don't do it. That's the blockage. Okay, so tell me more about this chocolate star crunch cosmic donut. House 7 is the profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnerships. especially if the truth or whatever we're talking about is regarding some sort of a relationship, for better, for worse. Here we are, here we go. You do need to be brave regarding all things 7th house related, okay? You're being directly guided on being brave in this area of life, these areas. So that's going to be your one-on-one contracts, partnerships, business deals, opportunities to date with the intention of marriage, right? All of that is in this group where they're pushing you to be active. For whatever reason, that's a priority right now. And we have the moon. Okay, satisfy emotional needs, nurturing the self and other. We talk about your emotions, where we talk about your inner self, where we talk about your desires. Some of you are not, as you avoid your actual desires, right? This is an avoidance of truth. It could be an internal truth. Some of you are desiring certain partnerships. Some of you are desiring marriage, and you maybe don't feel like you're there yet, or you just haven't found the right partner, or whatever it is. But like, facing the truth of that's your desire is critical to this new beginning. So it's an underlying message of, if you're in a relationship and you're deeply, secretly, like the moon implies secrecy, desiring marriage, you're not getting it. That's a truth, an uncomfortable truth. If you are not dating, but you know secretly you desire marriage, you're saying put yourself out there. You have to prioritize and be active in the areas where you're looking for certain results, right? So let me pull more. I got a couple of decks. A pile number 3, my Cosmic Star Crunch. And if you have a partner where it's just not been a topic, this is them saying to not be scary. Have the conversation with your partner on where you stand and where you're looking to go. All right, tell me more about my Chocolate Star Crunch. Cosmic Donut. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. All right. Don't let pride get in your way. It's my second time getting this today. So full moon in Leo. It's going to land under this. I'll just leave it there. Because the stars ruled by Aquarius, this full moon happens during Aquarius season. Let's move it so you can see. Yeah, we'll do that. There you go. So a little while ago, I mentioned imposter syndrome. Like, your hard work is paying off. Don't let pride get in your way. Feels like someone that's talking themselves out of success, talking themselves out of doing things that will lead to further success, downplaying your own results. The 3 of Cups talks about when we celebrate ourselves and we allow others to celebrate us a little bit. It feels like you're being encouraged to not be pessimistic in your approach to your goals and your desires and what you want out of life. Like, even if it's not an actual goal that you can strive for, if it's, like I mentioned, relationships, your desire to be married at some point or some point soon, it's saying, like, don't be negative about it, because it feels like you're the type to be negative about it. Oh, it's not gonna happen. Well, it's not if you're scary and you're not brave enough. But like, if you do the things you need to be doing, putting yourself in a situation to meet people, find people you're compatible with. I want to use that example because it's less in your control than success with like academics or career, right? Like, you can't control compatibility, but you can control how many opportunities to find compatibility you allow yourself to experience. I know what I'm talking about. I'm going to go ahead and pull more, especially when we talk about community, relationships, things like that. A Chocolate Star Crunch Donut. Tell me, what else are the dreams trying to tell my pile number 3? Such an interesting thing. You're meant to be seen. Be brave enough to be seen. Got the Performer, shine, confidence, musician, spotlight, dance, communication. Put yourself out there, whether it's the relationship example I referenced, if it's a partnership you're going to need, a contract you want. Put yourself out there. Don't be cold, right? The Ice Queen is assertive, composed, and strong, but it's shut off. It's not as, these are kind of polarizing energies, opposite personalities. This is someone that's very expressive and outgoing, and this is someone that's a little more restricted. It's not gender specific, right? But I like that they're both blue, so we can see that they're 2 halves, right? 2 opposing polarities, right? Don't be like this, because it's restrictive and it's a limitation, especially if you're considering yourself to be feminine and you're desiring marriage. You're a little off-putting, you're a little cold. I don't say off-putting. Off-putting implies something's wrong with you. But like, if you know you're like a brick wall when people approach you, then that's not going to benefit you if that's what you're desiring. I'm not talking about those of you that are fine. Even though it feels like there's an energy here of people not even realizing they have certain desires. How many is that? I'm not taking any of that, but Oshun talks about sensuality, self-love, beauty, water, and fertility. So just the fact that Oshun made an appearance on the table from this deck lets me know like this energy is spot on the way that I'm describing it. And no, it is not gender specific. Okay. So tell me more. It feels like people desiring love, desiring recognition, desiring success, but not having the courage or confidence to pursue it. See what I'm saying? So let me get one more at the bottom. Dreams, angel numbers, and synchronicities for my pile 3, please. Is there any more from this deck that we need to say? It's a lot. Maybe that's it. Okay, yeah, gifts. Material, spiritual gifts, magic, presence, and love. And then voodoo, magic, practice, power, spell work, beliefs, and rituals. The power is in your hands. You're only going to see the results as active as you are. If you have like a non-traditional religion, if you're into the occult, spell work, all of the things like that, whatever your path, you're being encouraged to lean onto that. Okay. Now, you have to be active just in general. Okay. I keep saying that because this feels like you'll see results. You're guaranteed results as long as you're not afraid to put yourself out there in whatever area of life I'm talking about. But you have to put yourself out there. That's the point. That's the main thing, is putting yourself out there. So I use the love example. So let me pull from this deck and then I'll get your advice. Lean into your spirit guides though, for sure. Any intermediaries you work with, for sure, because that's loud on the table. So tell me more about my pile number 3. Let's be specific to love. Okay, there's 3. Main message regarding your love life is not to let your pride get in your way. Not to let your pride get in your way. Not to let your pride get in your way. Okay. All right. And what I said, you got divine union, law of attraction, ready for love. Feels like manifesting connection, manifesting partnerships, manifesting the right connections, romantic and otherwise, like others, right? But you got a divine union as a result of the law of attraction and you being ready for love. So all the right relationships coming your way, okay? Congratulations. It's time to celebrate. Both you and your partner have healed and learned the important lessons to allow this union to manifest, okay? And we attract what we are. Use the law of attraction to manifest your perfect match by being the perfect match to yourself first. And then also we have, you've been understandably guarded. Look at me. I don't need these cards. Scared of being hurt again, but you took the time to heal. Now you're ready to try love again. The messages, the dreams are telling you that you're ready for love, despite whatever. You're ready for love, even if you don't feel like you're where you want to be in your career, whatever it is, you're ready for love. Okay. Whether we talk about romantic, whether we talk about the right type of partnerships, and it also tells you to be in alignment with that which you want to call in. Like, you can only call in what you're in alignment with. So if you want a kind, generous partner, you kind of need to align with that energy to some level, right? Let me see. In safe place. There's nothing like being able to let your guard down and know that you are protected by your partner's love. We talk about the stability. We talk about the security, knowing that you're safe, knowing that you're protected enough to be open and receptive to the type of connection you're seeking, both romantic and in other areas of life. All right, I'm gonna get your advice for my pile number 3. Pile number 3. Child of the cosmos, look at you. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. We talk about the law of attraction. It's my pile of those of you that believe in like manifestation and you do a lot of that. Those of you that are really woo-woo and stuff like that, you're being encouraged to lean into that for sure, because again, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. You have the courage and the power to be whatever it is you need to be in this life. Okay. All right. Activated earth. Power places, ley lines, trust where you are led. Okay. And that's all I have for you today, my pile number 3. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. All right, my pile number 4, my pink flower donuts. We're going to take a look at what your dreams, angel numbers, synchronicity overall mean for you, okay? You already got a wave of channeled energy as I was cleansing your deck. It hit me fast, it hit me quick. So you may be seeing a lot of symbols. You may be seeing a lot of angel numbers. Your dreams may feel intense. You may have multiple dreams in one sleep session, right? They may jump, they may bounce around, the scenes change. I feel like you have very loud energy in your dreams. Now, what I got initially was past is dead, the past is done. Whatever that is, whatever that means, that's what you got. Also, the transit of Jupiter in Cancer. If you're watching this real time, Jupiter in Cancer is going to be a big deal for you. I don't know yet. I'm going to pull and see. If you're watching it beyond that period, think back to what was going on during that transit. And then also I want you to pay attention if Jupiter just happens to be shifting signs again pretty soon, because something about Jupiter, whether it's your chart ruler, could be that, just where it's transiting, like that planet is doing something for you right now at the point of you finding this reading. Okay, so pay attention to your transits. Okay, so give me a message. There we go. Hey, you know what? I love it for you. Whatever Jupiter is doing, it's bringing luck. You know, sometimes it can expand a lot of the bad things, but not you. It's harvest moon, gratitude. Harvest moon could be relevant as well. But you're going to be very grateful for what's coming in for you. Okay? And the messages you're getting is aligning you with that energy now. Like, let's be grateful now, not only in anticipation of what's coming in, but for what actually you have available to you now, right? The fact that you're in a position to foresee for more fortunate comings, right? More fortunate blessings, opportunities, and growth. That's something to be grateful for in and of itself. Just the opportunity, the possibility for more, right? But for whatever reason, you need to be practicing gratitude, okay? And surrender, okay? Surrender and be grateful. And I know, as a real human, to say that, right? It's like tarot readers glamorize things. I know how y'all feel. Okay, it's fine to say be grateful and surrender to people that may be struggling, whether it's like health, whether it's finances, just life overall. I understand why that would not be the ideal thing to say, but that is in fact the channel. And I do encourage you to find something. There is something to be grateful for, because here you are watching this video. That in of itself is a blessing, right? That in of itself, you're alive. You're able enough to be here, okay? All right, so let me see. You're also the group that put my decks out of order. So I need to see why this astrology deck needs to come before the tarot. Surrender and practice gratitude. Chiron, healing. You have deep healing coming in. So if you're sleeping more, you're sleeping longer, you're tired, you're restless, you're like, I slept 30 hours and I'm still tired after last night, not even 30 hours in a day, but I'm just tired all the time. You're healing, okay? And that's normal to sleep more when you're healing, to sleep deeper, to have more interesting dreams as you're healing. All right, but whatever that is, we have Uranus, which is also a transit. You're being encouraged to pay attention to transits, to the astrology, as Uranus will be changing signs soon. If you're picking the piles where I talk about that a lot, it's shifting from Taurus to Gemini in the summer. Okay. You're healing in the most shocking and surprising ways. Something you're going to realize that you're going to be very grateful soon. This is more of a prediction pile. I love it for you, because I think this is the only one where it's like a prediction versus a telling you what to do. You're going to be very grateful in the most shocking way, because something's going to happen. Something's going to occur that shows you how much you've healed, or that you are healing in some way. Like something about your healing. And Chiron is associated with like emotional, right? Healing. We have the Justice, balance. Okay. And Chiron's association with like Achilles and the healing there, I'm being called to mention. That's some Greek mythology. I'm not the most familiar on that, I'm not gonna lie, beyond just astrology. You're gonna see where you've been holding yourself back and stop. I love that for you. Okay, tell me more about my pink flower donut. What are their dreams trying to tell them? More major arcana. Look at you. You're gonna look so good. You're gonna feel so good, because I've got both major arcana cards that are ruled by signs, that are signs associated with Venus. So this is Libra energy, this is Taurus energy. So everything associated with Venus, which is in fact the harvest, that is coming in for you. And whatever results you have, whether we're talking about the diplomacy and the fairness, some of you, that your symbols are letting you know legal issues are going to be in your favor. Where you have that, you're going to have some type of one-on-one partnership. Doesn't have to be romantic, could be professional, could be from someone senior over you with the wisdom of the Hierophant, some type of leader of some type of organization. You may get an offer, you may get support, you may get mentorship, you may get some sort of opportunity that heals you. I get that very explicitly for this group. Oh, I like this group. Y'all are giving me like real stuff to read. It's not just pay attention to your dreams. Okay, look at you. You're going to be shocked though, because whatever this is, you're not going to necessarily anticipate it. And when it comes in, you're going to be like, okay, I've been healing, whether it's just inner work, inner growth, physical healing to where you're able to take on responsibilities and add to your harvest, whatever that is. I see that. So tell me more. Some of you are going to feel supported by whatever higher power you believe in. Give me, no, I'm still holding this in reverse. Look at me. Some of you are going to feel good. Some of you may be concerned about your health. You're concerned, because I saw death in reverse. Some of you are going to get confirmation that you don't need to be concerned about your health in the best way. I love that. And we look at that, the fertility, the Empress, more Taurus energy. Y'all got money coming in. Y'all got money coming in. Some of you have money that's owed to you with the balance. The justice is like the karmic justice energy here. Some of you have a partnership that's going to help stabilize you in terms of your personal assets, because we got them both of these major arcana. So look at you. And a love. Ace of Cups. I love that so much. This is an amazing pile. No, we're gonna move. We're gonna move. What I'll do is I'll put you here. That Ace of Cups. Yeah, that's fine. Look at all this amazing energy. You got an Ace of Cups with all of this major arcana. Justice, the Hierophant, and the Empress. And it feels like if you aren't seeing angel numbers, if you aren't experiencing synchronicities, you will soon. I get a wave of some of you may be having crazy dreams. You may be really tired, really low on energy. Very soon, you're going to start seeing crazy angel numbers, crazy universal numbers, crazy synchronicities you'll be experiencing. And that's all aligning you with this great energy. It's so amazing. It's like you have blessings coming in, very shocking blessings coming in. And I don't want to be that reader that's like overly optimistic about everything, but I rarely get readings where it's that optimistic. There's nothing bad to say. There's no shadow here. The only shadow is the trauma and the healing with Chiron, whether it's emotional trauma or physical trauma. Because I was called to bring up the association with like Achilles, which was like a physical thing, like a physical health thing. So let me keep pulling these cards. Yeah, look, because you're very close to achieving your goals at the bottom. And I split it with the answers you need are coming. I mean, I don't make up these. I just read the cards, y'all. And I channel the energy. So I love it for you. I'm so excited for this group. Tell me more about my pink flower donut, please. Have faith in your dreams. Have faith in your dreams. Let me slide her up. That way I can make space here. And the energy is gaining momentum. So if you've been working on things, if you've already been feeling progress, if you know you're already progressing, you're just like, you know, is it coming as quickly as I think? I would assume so, because this is present energy of have faith. The energy is gaining momentum. This is just the beginning. You're at the waxing moon stage of whatever era this is that you're aligning with. But be grateful and surrender and allow it to happen, okay? So I'm going to pull from Melanin Pop. I'm going to get your love card, and then, yeah, individuality. Like it's saying to prioritize yourself in the best way, because something about your expression, your artistic nature, your unique nature. I mean, I see fashion, I see courageous, I see trendsetter, you as an individual. That's the blessing. So when you see angel numbers, symbols, synchronicities, I don't know why you need to be told that. This is a glow up for you. You have revenge glow up here. Newness, revenge, body, luxury, reaching goals, setting success. You as an individual, okay, will be seeing the results of whatever, reaching certain goals, okay? I don't know if you always find yourself being associated with other people or someone else, but like you will be appreciated for you. And boom, I see karmic justice, where we talk about stealing, because thief is here, right? Steal, criminal, cheating, ulterior motives. I see lessons learned where that's occurred, okay? But you have rags to riches, and self-made, abundant, rich, full circle changes and joy. Like I mentioned, student is at the bottom. So learning, classes, college, observant, listening, and studying. Everything about this pile is you're at the waxing crescent moon. You're nowhere near the full moon. So things are about to get really incredible for you as you start seeing results, which you will. Like you're going to start seeing results in the next several weeks, okay? Regarding whatever, however, things just in life are going to start to feel good, right? It's still just the beginning. Like I feel like this is a wave of a pile where you don't even know, you have no idea where you're going in the best way. Like in a year, you're going to look back like, who would have thought a year ago? I'm so serious, because I feel like I had a group where I did a reading in a pile and I mentioned something. It may be under memberships, I'm not going to lie. I think I mentioned where it was a certain timeline. It's like you're not really going to see whatever it is and how does or how it performs or how good this connection is, romantic, or this friend group is, until whatever time. If you start seeing results early, that's still just the beginning. It's like if I give you a cup and I only fill it up 1/3 of the way, and you're like, I got juice. And I'm like, look at you, so excited about the juice. You have no idea that I'm about to fill that cup all the way up. That's you. And that's what you're about to start feeling. You're going to start feeling like you got the greatest thing ever with your taste the juice. And then once you sip it, I'm going to fill it all the way up. They're going to fill it all the way up and you're going to be like, oh my, right? So let me pull from this love deck. Your dreams are teaching you how to move and how to get from this rags to riches state, whether it's literal or internal growth. Okay, so tell me, when it comes to love and romance for my pink flower donut, what are their dreams, angel numbers, synchronicities telling them? Patience. Why the rush? There's no need to rush divine timing. Enjoy the journey because it is worth the wait. Something about love you need to be a little patient with. What's this one? Mischances. Have you considered all of your options? Did you give it everything? In the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take. Something regarding love and some type. Okay. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with your journey. Some of you may feel like you missed out on love. You missed your chance, whether it's a chance to be with someone specific, or you feel like you're reaching a certain age where you just kind of missed out in life of the era where that's a thing. I don't know, but you're being told to be patient with yourself. Oh, okay, never mind. It is something about somebody specific. Whatever mischance you think you have with someone, where you have love at first sight, be patient with yourself. I don't know. Because patience, mischance is love at first sight. Some of you, where you feel like you're reaching a certain era of life where it's becoming, how do I describe this? Less likely. You're like, it's less likely I'm going to find somebody I want to settle down with. I'm willing to settle down with, blah, 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 blah. Or you're reaching a certain age where you've dated so many people. It's like, you know what? It's not going to happen. You're going to have a love at first sight situation. I love it for you. It's going to be shocking. You're being prepared for that in your dreams, in your synchronicities. I told you, this is a prediction pile. Your dreams symbols are leading you. This is about your future and where you're headed versus things you need to be doing. This feels like my pal that's already been doing a lot of inner work, that's been doing a lot of healing. Even if you need physical healing, you've been doing everything you need to do that. Where we talk about your health and wellness. And so now you just need to be reassured, like, you need to be patient. You haven't missed your chance. Everything you need is available to you. Okay? All right, let's get this advice. Close you out. My pal 4. Let's get a good shuffle. I don't know, y'all. I was messing up today. Now that I'm closing it out, you can see I'm like shaking the thing. I was messing up today. I don't know what I was doing with this stand. I did not set it up. I did not set it up right. Pile number 4. We live, we learn. We're all students of the game, right? I'll be better next time. Give me my advice for my pile number 4. Some of you are going to get a second chance or another chance at something. You're going to get a chance to be better. Patience, this chance is love at first sight. You're going to get an opportunity to be better at something, to be better somewhere. Okay, look at you. That was the point of me sharing that with y'all. I love it. I don't know what else to tell you. Ain't no mischances. Ain't no mischances. Okay? No mischances. You got love at first sight. You don't have mischances. You just need to be patient because trust the timing. Everything is aligning. Okay? All right. Some of you are poets, writers. You like to rhyme. I love it for you. I notice I do that when y'all step in. But trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. I don't know what else to tell you. Get off my table. All right, let's see. The great severing. Get off my table. It says Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Well, if you want love, you gotta be approachable about it too. There's that. But trust the timing, the great severing. Everything is coming together in the way that it should, in a timing that it should. And I love to be able to tell you things are gonna get really, really good very soon. All right. Thank you for watching.